Hey guys, so in this video we're going to talk how you can double your conversion rate by implementing some of the best practices of e-commerce so that you can increase the return and the revenue of your Shopify store. And we're going to cover some of the best practices that the best brands are applying on their Shopify store so that you can apply them to your store to increase your conversion rate, your revenue per session, and therefore the revenue of your Shopify store. So without further ado, let's get straight to the thing. The thing that we're going to cover in this video is above default of your product page. And for all of you guys that don't know what is the above default refers to the content and elements that are immediately visible to your visitor when they land on your page, on your product page in this example, right? Without the need to scroll down. So when your visitors land on your product page, above default is the first things that they see on your product page. And for that reason, above default is the most important part of your product page. So that's why you need to optimize this part, and that's what we will focus in this video. So just like the hook is the most important part of your ad, above default is the most important part of your product page. And 90% of your visitors will not reach past above default, which is basically below default. So for that reason, when you install the Hotjar on your Shopify store, you will see that 80% of visitors will not go past the above default. And for that reason, this is a very important part of your product page if you want to increase the conversion rate. So for that reason, you need to get their attention and communicate the most important parts of your offer. You have to persuade them that they should buy from you in this part of the product page. Otherwise, they will not understand your offer, they will not understand how good your offer actually is, and therefore they will leave your product page thinking that your offer is bad. I can say this word on the YouTube, right? So for that reason, in this video, we are going to improve the above default of the product page to help you with increasing the conversion rate. So what are the top 3 elements that you need to have above default if you want to increase your conversion rate? We are going to cover all these elements in depth with the examples in this video. So the first one is the value proposition. In short, what benefit does your product provide to your customers? So what is the benefit that they will get? Then you need to have social proof, how many people are enjoying your products, basically enjoying the benefits of your products, and trust and credibility sales. So what will bring the trust and credibility to your visitors so that they don't worry about buying from you and that you reduce the friction that they have when they want to buy from you. That will be the topic of this video, these 3 elements, right? So the first element that we have here is the value proposition. So you have to understand that people, when they land on your product page, they really don't care about your product, your features, like how fancy your product is, all the features that it has, even if it has like 20 features, they really don't care about that. They only care about how this product that you sell will make their life better. So basically, what is the benefit of your product? What will they get from your product, right? So that's why benefits are more important than features. That's why you will always see benefits with features and stuff for that reason, because people are automatically scanning your product and thinking how this will help me improve my life if I get this, right? So value proposition, which is the first thing that you should have, is a sentence that communicates what benefit your customer will get from your product. So you want to communicate what is that benefit that they're going to get. You don't want them to assume, you don't want them to guess, you just want to make it very clear what they will get, right? And if your value proposition have more of this, your value proposition will be stronger and therefore more persuasive, right? So what are these things that your value proposition should have? It's really good if you can make your value proposition emotional. You should always tackle the benefit, not the feature, as I mentioned. Ideally, if you have a time frame to the promise, which is the example that I will show you, it will work even better because they will have a sense when they can achieve that thing that they want to achieve, when they will get the benefit they want. And you want to keep it short. You don't want to have like a long sentence, because people, especially if they're from the social media, they don't want to read your block of text and stuff. You just want to make it short and punchy. So for that reason, keep it short. So yeah. And the next thing, you want to make it easy to read, effortless. You don't want to use some complex words that most of the people don't understand. So keep it below the 5th grade level and make it easy to read. So yeah. So let's see this example. This is the example of the Obvi. They're selling supplements for the weight loss, and you can see their value proposition is lose 30 pounds in 90 days, and that's it. So whenever their visitors land on this product page, this sentence is the first thing that they will see on their product page, and they will immediately know, with this product I will lose 30 pounds in 90 days. And for that reason, this is what will make this offer so good. And after that, you can just explain what your product does, what is actually the mechanism for achieving that benefit. And for that reason, this is why value proposition is so powerful, because it just communicates straight up like what is the benefit that your customers will get, so they don't have to guess about it. So for that reason, think about it. Test different value proposition, do a research what is the benefit that your customers are searching for in your product, and put it on your value proposition, because it will really help, as you will more clearly communicate what they will get. And for that reason, if you communicate what they will get, more people will understand it, and if more people understand it, more people will buy from you. So simple as that. Definitely the thing you should have, so give it a try. So then the next thing that we have here in our list is the social proof. Now this is a common one, but still I see a lot of stores that don't have the social proof above default, although I see stores that have the social proof on the bottom but without showing the stars and the badges and all these things above default. As we have mentioned, above default is far more important than below default, so you need to have these things above default as well. So social proof is a thing that's hardwired into our brains. It works, always has worked, and always will work. So it's a natural instinct that when we're about to make a decision, we look how others have made their decisions. So it's just something that's hardwired into us. There's no need to explain more on this. Whenever you want to buy something or make a decision, you look at your peers and you just try to see how they have reacted, so you can make more efficient decision. That's why the social proof works, right? The more social proof you have on your product page, the more it will help you with increasing your conversion rate, which is kind of obvious. So you should always be collecting reviews, and if it's applicable to your brand, you can incentivize reviews with discounts, because reviews and the social proof is extremely important. And even if you can get your visitors to send you images and videos and stuff like that, that's when you should really incentivize them with the discounts and stuff, because these reviews with images and videos will drastically help you with increasing your conversion rate. So also discounts in this point will help you with increasing your repeat purchase rate, because they know that they have the discount from you and they want to use it, and that way they will just kind of justify in their brain that they bought again from you because they had a discount. So for that reason, this works really well. So yeah, then a couple of things how to make your review stand out. So you want, first of all, to be specific. So I see many stores just like saying 5 stars based on 562 reviews, and that's it. So that's not bad. That's better than having no reviews at all. But if you try to be specific here with your reviews, what you will achieve, you will start to look like an authority, like that you know your numbers, because that just like a bias of the people, that when you're more specific and stuff, you appear kind of like an authority. So for that reason, you should always state your reviews as specific as possible, because that way all these numbers and all this stuff will make you more credible. And for that reason, a good approach for this would be, if you have had this widget with the reviews, you will say rated 4.8 based on how many happy customers. And you always want to use these powerful words like happy and all these things, because they will just bring more of these happy emotions. And if you make your customers feel happy and just make them feel better, right, that's when you will actually persuade them more easily to buy from you. So then the next thing regarding the reviews is that you want to show the social proof with a quote, and ideally with an image and the real name. So I have one example. This example, although don't have the image, it would be just far better if it had image. But you really want to test this thing, this widget, it can really help with increasing conversion rate, like to have a quote and the real image and the real name of your satisfied customer, because it will again help with the social proof. And we have already explained why social proof is so important, so you should definitely give this a try. But if you don't want to try this, and although I highly encourage you, at least have the reviews on the top and try to be specific, because you want to appear credible, right? So yeah, then the next thing that we have here that will help us with increasing the conversion rate is the trust and credibility seal. So you have to understand that anytime your customer is about to place an order, there's a friction in that process of placing the order. So you can think about it, how much it costs your customers to buy your product. And the biggest mistake I see that e-commerce brand owners make is that they think of this cost only in dollars and stuff, and that's not true. Like, the cost is not only the price that they have to pay, so it's not only the money that they will pay. The cost can be, for example, the fear that your solution doesn't work, that their credit card details will get stolen, that they will get scammed or something like that. As well, how much will they wait for your solution? these are all kind of frictions that are pulling your customers down when it comes to placing your order, and you want to reduce this friction as much as possible so there's less friction. That's why Amazon is so successful brand, because they have really reduced that friction. It's a one-day delivery, there are refunds, there are like tons of order things. So for that reason you want to reduce this friction, and now we're going to cover how you can do that. So to reduce the friction, you have to use trust and credibility seals. So there are two types of this. The first type are the seals that increases your authority, and then the next ones are the ones that decreases the friction. So which are the ones that increases the authority? So these are, for example, the company associations like as featured in, as recommended by, as seen on, because when they see all these things, they know that you're a credible company, you have been featured in all these magazines and stuff, and for that reason they will just trust you more because these older brands trust you. So that way you kind of transfer that trust value from these companies, so you just increase your trust level. So then the next ones are the awards and certifications. Needless to say about that, just as the above. Then you can have like, there are stores that test and see the increasing conversion rate when they place the trusted payment companies like MasterCard, Visa, PayPal, and it's usually placed just below the add to cart. So that way you anchor the CTA, and that way you just increase the trustworthiness, because again, if MasterCard trusts you and Visa trusts you and all these things, then you transfer that trust value to your visitors as well. So yeah, then the second type of these seals are the ones that are decreasing the friction. So the first one that we have here are pay in installments like Klarna, Afterpay, and all stuff. That's why these solutions have drastically risen, and you can see almost every brand have this. It's just less painful for your visitors to buy in 4 installments than buying you all at once at $100 price. For that reason, you just reduce the friction because it's just less painful for them to pay you this thing. So yeah, then we have refund policy. Once again, they know that if they don't like, they can just return it back, so therefore they reduce the friction. Then you have the free shipping. They know in this page above the fold that they will not have to pay for the shipping, so it's cheaper. So once again, there's a less friction to it. Then we have a fast shipping. They don't have to wait too long for your product. You have free returns, so they don't have to pay for the returns in case they don't like your product. Once again, less friction. You have easy returns, so they don't have to hustle with all these things, right? Then you have the secure payments. This is very similar to the trusted payment companies. Once again, they're not bothered that their credit card will get stolen. And yeah, so let's cover what an example of this look like. So we have the Rich wallets, and you can see just below the add to cart, they have this lifetime guarantee. So this is huge. Like they know that if they buy this thing from you, they won't have to worry. Then they have free shipping and returns. Once again, reducing that friction. So this is really good position to place these trust seals and credibility seals. You can also place them at the top, just above the product page, on the similar position when Obvi has placed this. So somewhere here. So for that reason, you should really have these things, because this will help you with increasing your conversion, because you will clearly communicate your offer and your offer will be better in the eyes of your visitors. So yeah, and ultimately what you will be doing with all these things that I have mentioned, you are increasing, this is the offer equation by Alex Hormozi, you're increasing the top part of the equation, which you always want to increase. You show your customers that they will achieve the dream outcome by stating the value proposition. Then you are showing the perceived likelihood of achievement by showing the social proof. So if other people have experienced that benefit, there's a high chance that your new customers will experience it as well. So, and you are also decreasing the bottom part of the equation. You are minimizing what's the time delay for the delivery, what is the effort sacrifice. They don't have to pay it all at once. There's a free shipping, and that way you just reduce the friction and you ultimately make your offer better, which is the most important thing when it comes to increasing your conversion rate. It's not a nice design, it's not a different color add to cart button and all those things. It's how good your offer is and how well you manage to communicate it. And yeah, and also don't forget to optimize your above default on the mobile, because it's like drastically a different thing when it's something is on the mobile and PC. So you always want to check both versions, both PC and mobile, and optimize both versions to communicate your offer as clear as possible. So yeah, So that's it for this video. I really hope you find it useful. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. And if you'd like us to take care of all these things ourselves so you don't have to hustle with all these things, check the link down below and book a quick discovery call with me. And like and subscribe if you like more content like this, because I'll be posting more content like this. So that's it for this one. See you in the next one.